With these new assets at your command, we will be your guardian, your support. We will lead you to your destiny. And with each other as our support, we can go nowhere else but up. And in so doing, raise a lot of people up with you. As we go forward together, the perils will be faced as a team. The problems will have many hands to solve them. We bring out the leader in you. What perils, you may ask? Well, the perils of worry and fear, the self-doubt and the rejections you may face. But even in your doubts, we are there with you. We prepare you to face this world with your fellow students, supporting you from around the world and the freedom to make the right choices. In tough times, you may want to turn from this journey you have embarked on. You may at points feel as if this is too much. This is where your inner hero will rise. This is where your training will prove your mettle. One final test is required for the purification and rebirth of the hero. Alternatively, it may be a miraculous transformation. You are the hero of your own story. You are responsible for your life. You are the most important part to change the way that this life is going. You are the miracle. Now you're ready to go out and change every person's life one at a time. And in what universe can these things happen? Not only in this universe, but also in the Verterverse. With wars, disease, and poverty prevalent today, we have begun to lose all hope as a planet. We see children suffering, high fuel and food prices. Bad news comes daily. The question we ask is, what do we do? This is where we stand up, where we come together to do what we can to bring this world to how it should be. So, what can we do? We know with all your bills, with things not going right in your life, what can you do? How can you save the world if you can't even save yourself? This is where we can help you. We bring you all together with a plan, with a message equipping you to go beyond your own limitations. With these new assets at your command, we will be your guardian, your support. We will lead you to your destiny. And with each other as our support, we can go nowhere else but up. And in so doing, raise a lot of people up with you. As we go forward together, the perils will be faced as a team. The problems will have many hands to solve them. We bring out the leader in you. What perils, you may ask? Well, the perils of worry and fear, the self-doubt and the rejections you may face. But even in your doubts, we are there with you. We prepare you to face this world with your fellow students, supporting you from around the world and the freedom to make the right choices. In tough times, you may want to turn from this journey you have embarked on. You may at points feel as if this is too much. This is where your inner hero will rise. This is where your training will prove your mettle. One final test is required for the purification and rebirth of the hero. Alternatively, it may be a miraculous transformation. You are the hero of your own story. You are responsible for your life. You are the most important part to change the way that this life is going. You are the miracle. Now you're ready to go out and change every person's life one at a time. And in what universe can these things happen? Not only in this universe, but also in the Verterverse.
I was in tears. So I'm not to be an orator. Yeah, I guess because African American for the many people and especially for the people all right. Hold on a second. Okay.
You are
My laptop actually died. Just keep that. Do they like no movie? Yeah? Not like no movie.
Yeah, boy.
No, of course. That's in the car just now. Alright, the warmer. Alright. And then the first video before I come back home.
What is it before you come out?
The first video, it writes up before. Good evening, and greetings. I would like to say that check it. I'd like to say that I'm a very proud Trinidadian, and in seeing so, I came a half hour late just to be completely Trinidadian. So I appreciate everybody patience, and I see people here. I see people that I know and love, and I see people that I don't know and I love. We're expecting some more people to come, and like I said before, proud Trinidadians who are attempting not to change my accent. We have to be proud of where we come from. This is part of love. Love yourself. You can't love yourself, you can't love somebody else, right? We're going to open with prayer, and I'd ask Reverend Whitfield Richmond to come and open us in prayer. You could use these steps. No athletics today. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, good. Yeah. Well, let's all stand in reverence to the Almighty God. Heavenly Father, we pause to acknowledge your Spirit with us here this evening. We thank you for this great opportunity that we have before us. We thank you that you are the creator of the heavens and the earth, and that you are the Lord of everything. We acknowledge your lordship over everything that we would do and say this evening. And so we thank you for this great opportunity that you have provided. We thank you for the leading of the Holy Spirit into such an organization. And we thank you for listening ears to hear what the Spirit of God is saying to us at this time. And so we acknowledge you, and we acknowledge your guidance. We acknowledge you as our teacher, as our counselor this evening. We submit to your leading in every way. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen. Yeah.
Good day again. The first time I didn't say my name. My name is Noanza McLean, and I'm the MC because it have MC in my name. And I would like to welcome everyone here again. That was part one of a video. And before we get into the full presentation, plenty of people was asking, where's the meaning of Verterverse? Now, I will explain today what is the meaning of Virtaverse. We, in the beginning, sat when Mr. Couchman came to and bring this wonderful idea. And in the early discussions, we was thinking about what could we name this that it will have proper impact. And we tossed around a lot of different names. Some names were very weird. Some names were really cool, but then when we searched, somebody had the name already. So as we was explaining what it is we are about to do, I and Patrick tell me that I should say it because I don't take recognition for anything. I like to work in the background. Patrick tell me to do this. So I was looking and I say, you know, this going and start a new part of my life. And because I was grounded in the word when I was younger, you know, I tell somebody just now, Jesus must be forget my middle name. But in the beginning, it was a new verse and a new chapter. So I take VER from the verse and TER from the chapter and say Verter. But because it's the word, I use verse. So it's not the metaverse, it's not the omniverse, it's the word. Right? Not preaching today. So Verterverse came up. So someone had asked, so if Verter was a real word. So I checked Google, and Verter ended up meaning, it's a Portuguese word meaning to flow or to well. And it was just serendipitous. It was like it was a direct command that this name come and this be used. And it was so enlightening to know that the Creator still could use me who went and do so much stupidness. And I want to tell all you today that Verterverse is not only me, Verterverse is you. This is the new verse and new chapter in your life. So, not to be over preachy, but this was sent. And as the other presenters come on, you'll get to realize that it's not only me talking. You'll get to see that we touch people's lives from the beginning, from the day we had the name, from the day we decide that because we were given, we will give. So from that point on, we was ready. And that was Verterverse. It have other people who come and give some more history. If anybody skip out anything, I'll come and tell you again. Right? But I'm really glad to see so much faces. I want to greet everybody that's online. Thanks for taking the time to celebrate with us in this auspicious occasion. And I would just like to warm up the next speaker with part 2 of our video. Okay?
Good day, good day, good day. My name is Michael Jobity, Chief Financial Officer. I want to give you a little clip. As we just finished that, you realize that there are times where people are selfish, lonely, as they go through that whole period, avoiding everything. In the world today, people are self because of so many reasons. So, in this situation, this person went through traveling throughout the day and avoided everything because he could be stressed out. And the next clip is going to show change. And in the clip, he realized that more or less the before, the next day, he realized that he needed to do better. So the person, he got up and he pretty much just did the opposite. Yeah. Okay. Chief Financial Officer, okay, came about with Patrick one day after when the both of them come together, realized that between Wanza and him, everything looked great. So he gave me a call. And I'm the type of person, network marketing is not my thing because I've been there, done that, I've seen the struggle. So when I saw him, he said, I would like to talk to you. I say, Patrick, watch it. Don't show me no network marketing again because that is not my cup of tea. All right, he say, give me a break, give me a break, give me a break. Just listen to me. I say, you know what? I'll listen to you. He started off with education. And I said, okay, education is good. We realized for the last 2 years, online education seems to be the swinging thing globally because of, we all know what, COVID. And then he mentioned charity. And charity to me, if it's one thing I would like to absorb in charity is, before I can leave the face of this earth, I would like to give back. So, looking for something that has potential for giving back, I'm a part of. So when he sit down and he talked to me, I say, I'm in. And everything went through. But one of the things that we put together here is the acronym LIKE. L, love. Integrity. Kindness. We all would like to be kind to each other in many ways, and empathy, sharing and trusting in others. So Virtaverse, to me, is the opportunity to change the world, or not the world, the continent. And we can't do it with just the core of us. We have to do it one person at a time coming into Verterverse. This is different. It will happen. It's just a matter of everybody thinking the way and getting the information that is all about going forward, education, charity, and everything comes after that. I thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Michael. A funny note for everybody who was in at the beginning. Mervyn, Justin, Linda, I know you're there. It had a point when we weren't allowed to say the name. And we keep on saying the academy, and it was levels of concentration not to say the name because we wanted to blurt it out, right? And we challenged ourselves as a team not to expose the name for many reasons. Being honest, it was for many reasons. And one meeting, I went out and everybody was talking, everybody was asking questions. And I was answering, and at a point, somebody passed, because you know you're home doing Zoom meetings. You're home. You're not in no office space. And somebody came across and distracted me. And I said the name 3 times. And Justin was on the call. Linda was on the call. Mervyn was on the call. And none of them heard that I said it 3 times in a row. So it's either I was boring and nobody was listening to me, or God masked it. Right? Right? Good day. Holiday is part of my family. Right? So Virtaverse gets so hidden that now that it's time to say it, Patrick and I was discussing, and it was almost taboo for we to say the word. Because we had to remember, hey, no, we could say it now. We could say it. And I give you that story to show you that it developed such a strong bond with us who didn't know the name, and being like parents who want to give you that Ferrari, but we know you're going and crash it. So we cry and we had discussions for hours. Maybe we could tell some people. They say, no, we give God a promise. We're not going and say what it is, so we're not going and say what it is. Today I want all you to understand part of the sweet struggle it was to bring this about. And I want everybody to have faith that what we're guiding you to is not the same thing that plenty of people are accustomed to. We learn, everybody hearing and saying the power given. Anybody here can raise the hand right now and tell me where's the power given? Given. I don't mean caca boy looking for something to get back. Anybody be brave enough to raise the hand and say what the power given is to them? This is not a right or wrong thing. I'm going to put a name up on the board. Oh, look, my nephew. Everybody, there's my nephew Malachi. He willing to say what's the power given? No, stand up and turn around and tell them. Okay, they get a mic.
Good day, everybody. My name is Malachi Reyes. Nephew of Novanza McLean. To me, the power of giving is like I can't explain it particularly into one word. I can more say like when I give someone something, deep down inside of me, I just feel, good because they feel good as well. You know what I mean? So that is where giving comes down to me. It's like when you give somebody something, it's like it almost healing towards your spirit. You know what I mean? So that is. Thank you.
I did not coach him into saying that. I talk to my nephews especially because I have daughters. Oh, I say I have daughters and they're walking through the door. Come, babe, come. Oh, they're getting hugs. You see my daughters and my wife just now. Yeah, Patrick gave them a lecture, so we go wait to see them. Right? But I speak to the children as much as I could. I try my best to be a listening ear, and this is part of Virtaverse. We're not looking to get nobody in to do wherever you think it is, we're trying for people to help people genuinely. We're trying for everybody to get the feeling that we had when we give. I called Patrick a day and tell him, oh yes, look them here. Yeah, the other part of the family, there's my wife, Natimba. There's my daughter, Kalicia, and my daughter, Kenya. Right? So we want giving to be so real in your life that you'll give away what you don't have. I had $120 and I blame Patrick for it up to today. Coming in a taxi. And the man sing one violin song for me. And I told him, I said, but it's my $20 to buy my bread and egg in the morning. And I turned around and I say, I had to give it to him. And in giving it to him, I was filled. I couldn't eat Sunday lunch that day. I was good. And I say, this is what I was talking about. I finally getting to understand it. So I will give. I'm not going and give everything I have for my clothes. Well, let me go with my clothes, please. Right? But I just wanted to express some of the things that we went through in order to come up with the company. There's a launch, but there's a family affair. Everybody here is family. Everybody online is family. So we have to explain to you how we come to this point. And I really appreciate everybody's attention. One more time, I'm not going on boast, but there's my sister coming in. And thank you, everybody. The next speaker coming on after the last part of the video. Hold on. All right, for everybody who came in late, that was the third part of the movie. It's a good animation to explain the power given. His life was dark, and he didn't care about nobody before. And then the old woman introduced him to something he didn't expect with one simple pinch on the cheek. She didn't tell him thanks. She didn't give him no reward. It was a pinch on the cheek that changed his entire life. And it's the same way you could change somebody's life with a smile. We don't know what people are going through. To say what people are going through, we have a fourth board member, and that is Blaze Uka out of Nigeria. He couldn't be here, and he was upset about it. But God don't make mistakes. So what we're going to do, we're going to call on him and see if we could see him here to say his part of the speech, and most likely he go talk about the ambassadorship, which was his baby. Okay? So let me see if we get Blaze on the phone. You're not answering? Blaze, you have to answer your phone. Hello? Hello, Blaze. When Blaze come on, we go answer. So the next, hold on, let me check my itinerary. Go get the next person. Hold, please.
Okay. Okay. Greetings to the entire community worldwide. I am addressing you from Willow, the beautiful capital city of Bayelsa State in Nigeria. My name is Blaze Oka from the world there. Today marks a new dawn, a new beginning, a new era where a unique concept is presented to the world. A concept where education, charity, and freedom stand as the key words for us. Today we'll begin to experience a program that will enable us to commence a healing process from what we are usually used to. When I was introduced to this project a few months ago by my brother, Mr. Patrick Kochman, I thought he was crazy. My question was, why are you giving so much away? Everything the program owner hopes he gave away. A recipe for disaster. There is no sustainability. He spent time to explain that it was part of giving that we can have what we want. The more we give, the more we shall receive. And with a giving heart, he has been able to mold and hold together this wonderful community here gathered. While the project itself is so simple and needs no elaborate explanation, as it was kept simple, real, and built to last. The first mission was how to ensure that the message reaches every country and region of the world. And through a carefully planned effort, the ambassadorship was born. Today, we are taking off with more than 35 countries on board. Many programs of this magnitude took off from just one country. The CEO had asked, of what use is this beautiful project if it cannot positively affect lives around the world? He kept it people oriented, and we at management level decided to work, to took it upon ourselves to see to it that this vision is actualized. We shall therefore stop at nothing until Virtaverse reaches and touches the lives of every family on earth. It may be difficult, but it is not impossible. In Verterverse, there is a place for everyone. All angles have been looked at and covered. And the ultimate mission is to ensure that every student in the academy is learning and earning. May I reserve a word or two of gratitude to the following. Mr. Patrick Kochman, your idea, thoughts, and dream has finally materialized. You are a man, a heart of gold, a true Christian who keeps the Sabbath holy, and an epitome of kindness. And today, I say, you are a father of nations. Mr. Wanza McLean and Mr. Michael Jobiti. You two are a rare breed of dedicated, hardworking, and generous-minded gentlemen I've ever encountered. You represent true friendship and brotherhood. The three of you, I call them my brothers now, have given many of us a reason to hope again and to better our lives. You have undertaken to go into the world and impact lives. We shall go with you the whole 9 years. To Mrs. Linda Helen Tangaroo, you have opened our minds to think differently and raise the bar towards achieving our goals in life. Age to you is just a number. It is useful experience that counts. This is wishing you lots of growth and success in this program. To Pastor Charles Ugusan and Mrs. Maria Adedowe and Dr. Joseph Achibon, you exhibited a rare brand of unselfishness. The three of you alone contributed to the gathering together of the year combined. You have set the stage already for enduring success to be recorded in this program. I may not be able to mention everybody's name here, but I remain grateful to all of us for various contributions that enable us to celebrate today. Finally, I will conclude by saying the famous words of Martin Luther King: you cannot fly, run. You cannot run, walk. You cannot walk, crawl. But by all means, keep moving. We may proceed at our own pace, but we shall eliminate abject poverty and desperation around the world. So, like the phoenix, we shall all rise from the ashes. Let us start today. Let us start now. Let us live our lives in our own terms and create our own legacy. Virtaverse inculcated in all of us already the virtues of integrity, honor, and diligence. Let's go out there and change the world. Let us succeed together. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Blaze. Blaze is you, brother. Somebody who have, I could share what my African name with. Over the years, I make good friends, great friends. Some friends you don't need to talk to, and then when you see them, it's like we no finished talk, but 2 years later, right? And I have a friend here. To Jason Fridge, my new friend from 4 years ago. And I just want to invite him up on the stage now to entertain us a little bit with a couple of songs, if all you don't mind. So, well, please welcome to the stage, Fridge.
How is everybody doing? Good. You know how you're singing like you're ready to go? How is everybody doing? All right, so I'm Fridge, formerly of H2O Flow. A lot smaller now. All right? But I'm here to give you all vibes. You ready for all vibes? Let's go one time. I stand right down here. I stand down here. Barris, yeah, bring the Barris, man. Ladies, you all right? Smile. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, ay. Oh. Some things were meant to be, so why not let it be? And stop worrying about it, long as they know what's in our hearts. They know all in our thoughts. No reason for concern now. They're gonna talk, they're gonna talk, they're gonna talk, they're gonna say a lot of things about us. But if you know that your love is not a sin, why should you worry what the people say when they see me with you? Why should you worry what the people say when they find us together? Why should you worry what the people say when they know we're in love? Worry what the people say. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, don't begin the music, man. They pass you on the street and greet you with a smile. As long as the night, they'll say all kind of hooty to you, yes. That lingers for a while. Out there in your mind, cause we wanna run, we wanna stay. You think that you could never ever make your mind about us. If you know your love is deep within, why should you worry what the people say when they see me with you? Why should you worry what the folks will say when they find us together? Worry what the people say when they know we're in love. Worry what the people say. Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, ay. Oh yeah. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Why should you worry what the people say when they see me with you? Why should you worry what the folks will say when they find us together? Worry what the people say when they know we're in love. Worry what the people say. Oh, bring it down, bring it down. Yeah, right down, right down. Y'all enjoy that one? All right, all right, all right, all right. Thank you so much. I'm gonna do one more for you, right? This is one of my favorite songs. It's a little funky kind of vibe, right? Let's go one time, man. Keep the vibe nice. Bring it up, come on. Music. Do something a little funky for you all right now. Yeah. No diggity, no doubt. Play on, play on. Play on, play on. Come on. Here we go. Check this out. Shorty get down, good along. Baby got them open all over town. Strictly busy, don't play around. Cover much ground, get paid by the pound. Getting paid is a forte, each and every day through play away. I can't get her out of my mind. I think about this girl all the time. East side to the west side, with the fat fives, ain't no surprise. She got tricks in the stash, knocking out the cash, fast when it comes to the gas. By no means average, as long as she's got to happen. Baby, you're a perfect 10, I wanna get in. Can I get down so I get in? I like the way you're working. No diggity. You gotta bag it up. One or two. I like the way you're working. No diggity. You gotta bag it up. I like the way you're working. No diggity. You gotta bag it up. I like the way you're working. No diggity. Oh yeah. She's got class and style, street knowledge by the pound. Never really got wild, never low key on the profile. Catching feelings is a must if you tell her how it goes.
Hurts the word, spins the verse. Lovers come free, so free what you heard. Moving with the fatness, you don't even know what the half is. You got to pay to play, just a body bang bang to look your way. I like the way you work it, found out every day. You're blowing my mind, baby, in time. Baby, you can get you in my ride. I like the way you work it. No diggity. You gotta bag it up. I like the way you work it. No diggity. You gotta bag it up. I like the way you work it. No diggity. You gotta bag it up. I like the way you work it. No diggity. Hey, yeah, yeah. Ooh, that girl looks good. Play on, play on, play on. You're my kind of girl.
Yeah.
Tell them, man, tell them, come on.
Yeah, let me talk to you, telling things you never heard. A criminal for sure, but only got away with words. No positions left you first, second, and third. And if these chicks out of place before you checking them birds, forget these rumors heard. None of these things occur. Let's enjoy life and have these drinks shaken or stirred. End of the week, pick you up something to eat and listen as you speak. Toothpick between my teeth, chilling.
Yeah.
Make it clear, I can tell whenever you hear. Inhale and exhale, the perfume and skip through the ear. I stand up guy, but for you I'll pull a chair. Don't look on the bright lights from the ceiling chandeliers. Listen, drinks in the air, celebrate the evening. Doctor said keep a closer body is the healing. Never understand, but enough to get that feeling. And her eye on surprise, give a love a different meaning. No diggity.
Girl, you got it going on, yeah.
No diggity.
Play on.
Now hear this. I want you all to put your hands together for the people that put this event together, right? So I want to do it like this, right?
Yeah.
No diggity.
Come on. I like the way you work it.
No diggity.
You gotta bag it up.
Full of vibes, right?
I like the way you work it.
No diggity.
You gotta bag it up.
Full of vibes, right?
I like the way you work it.
No diggity.
You gotta bag it up.
Full of vibes, right?
I like the way you work it. Thank you so much, y'all. Thank you so
Yo, give a
much.
round of applause to the people that put this event together, man.
Much love,
Bring
much
the whole
love,
vibes
much
together,
love.
right? Blessings.
Bless.
I see all you see me stretching for the mic. I wasn't going on rap at all. Don't get it tied up. Right now, we'd like to take a short intermission. Anybody want to talk to one another, get up, walk around a little bit, talk about how boring one is? I could accept that. So we're going to take a short intermission, and I'll come back and tell all you come inside. All right? So, intermission. Excuse everybody. I didn't make the announcement, but it have drinks available by the bar. It have soft and light. Nothing hard. So anybody can just go to the bar and get anything you want. Coconut water, juice, take a glass of wine, get some water, go and drink something.
Welcome. Right now you're listening to the old school pan soca mix. Yeah? The old school steel pan soca mix. It's played by Joshua Robrello. Shout out to Aki 5.2. You're truly salty. I'm here.
Salty.
We want to have some fun. Shout out to the full Digicel team. This is powered by Digicel. And shout out to the music app. Aki, are you ready? Let's juggle, let's juggle. This is what we do, man. This is what we do. Have some fun. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. You need to sing along. Well, let's sing along now. Well, let's sing. Let me sing. Everybody sing. Here we go now. Old school. Tell them. You say, can I wine? You want to wine? Everybody know. Joshua, show them, show them, show them, show them, show them. Tell them. This one is a smooth wine, a smooth wine. A smooth wine. Here we go. You can dance, I can dance. Everybody. This morning. With you. I love the energy. I love the energy. I love it. 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 I love it.
Salty.
We're not selling the vibes tonight. This is old school. Here we go. Here we go now. Oh, Lord. Everybody, here we go. Them now. Tell them now. Shout out to everybody who promoted love. Everybody who promoted love right now. Hand in the air. Hand in the air. What about you? Yes.
Hey, pull that one down, pull that one down, pull that one.
Hold on.
Hold on, look at there, look at there, look at there. Look at there, I can dedicate this one to somebody.
Yeah.
I can dedicate it to my ex.
Wow.
I love you still, girl. Big up yourself, big up you.
This is what it's all about. Love. Love is in the air. Always on my mind. Everybody, let me go now. bags on this, oh? What has she bags on this, oh? What? The steel pan? Iron. What? The steel pan has she so bags on the steel pan has. The steel pan has she so bags on. Oh God, the steel pan has she so. Oh Lord. Tell them. Here we go now. It's sweet, eh? The vibe is different. You know it? You know it? Sing. Joshua, you ready? 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 Get this one. I know how to dance, but DJ have it. But DJ have it. Watch it. Look. Joshua, you played in the old school. I'm gonna put you to the test, you know. I'm gonna put you to the test, you know.
See where
I
you
think
are.
let me put him to the test now. Let me put Joshua to the test. Let me put him to the test.
So is the pastor going to talk about somebody? So key up your name, and then I'll come back and tell you the next step. If you give me a hand. Okay, welcome back everybody. Intermission is over. Everybody ready? In Virtaverse, a main part of it, like I was saying before, is giving. And giving for real and giving from the heart. And Patrick would often tell me about one of the most giving people that he didn't know, Captain Willow. And we decided, after hearing so much stories about him, that in Verterverse, every time we give anywhere in the world, it's dedicated to him. Right? Because God has rewarded his servants, and he was a great servant. He passed away last year, but I would like for somebody else to give him the respect that is due.
Given Errol Williams. Better known as Captain Willow. Captain Willow. Now I'm going to be talking about someone who I did not hear about. So I had started to write something down to say what I might say about Captain Willow. But I realized that I read about, heard about. I said, what? I am going to talk from my heart about somebody I know and not what I read about. I came to the knowledge of Captain Willow or Errol Williams about 26 years ago. It might be a little more. Actually, Errol Williams was the first person who introduced me to network marketing. Errol Williams in Independence Square, Port of Spain. From then on, I have been in many network marketing opportunities. I spoke to someone yesterday concerning this opportunity. You know what was their response? They have lost so much. Bottom line, they lost faith. They resigned. No more. But Captain Willow was my mentor And if it was not for Captain Willow's mentorship in my life, I too would have been like the person yesterday. I give up. Too much losses. Captain Willow represents what this company is all about by his lifestyle. You talk about a man who is an open book, welcoming person. That was Captain Willow. Humility, faithfulness, steadfastness, and underneath, passionate in what he does. This is the kind of foundation that I grew up in with Captain Willow. There isn't a network that I probably have gone into unless I was invited by Captain Willow. This organization is about education. Captain Willow studied every network marketing opportunity. Studied it. And then, like the scripture, we would find that scripture in John chapter 1 and about verse 41 when Andrew heard about Jesus Christ, he went to his brother Peter. And so, because of that, 12 of the disciples was come when one tell another one tell another one. But the principle of Errol Williams was, I seen about my family first. Mother, children, son. And right after that, Captain Willow would call me because he considered me like what all of us would know, to succeed in network marketing, to succeed in any business, you got to be a friend. You have to pass mentorship and meet to friendship. In the last days of Captain Willow was not my mentor anymore. Captain Willow was my friend. And that is what underlined the success of this business here. We got not only to see about ourselves, but we got to see about others. We got to see about our friends. Giving is what this organization is all about. Giving. It is based upon biblical principles. And that is one of the things that drove me to this, It is biblical. It is timely. A lot of us know about giving. We know scriptures like, it's more blessed to give than to receive. Easy scripture. And we say it like, well, it's a biblical saying. But this opportunity that we have here today is a practical lifestyle of the scripture that says it's more blessed to give than to receive. When you give, it comes back. It is not the ordinary mathematical equations that you and I will live by, that you should give and you will get back. It will return to you more. This organization is about demonstrating the word of God, which says, give and you shall receive. It will come back to you with more pleasure. Errol Williams. I am telling you about the life of Errol Williams. Errol Williams, for everybody who, I suppose the majority of people here might know about Errol Williams as a networker, as a mentor, as one who will touch the lives of people. Errol Williams had a dream. And that dream was that everybody who come into his knowledge, they will be debt-free. Wealth transfer, Errol always talking about the wealth transfer is coming. And I want to be the conduit to bring in wealth to God's people. His philosophy was he wanted us to be free, debt-free, so we could do the work of God. I know that because I became a friend to Errol Williams. I went at his home. I see the man. I understood everything about him. Errol Williams, I'm telling you something. Errol Williams dedicated his life only towards network marketing for people. And Errol Williams would do everything for you if you couldn't do it. Errol Williams had about 6 books, notebook, with everybody named, hundreds of names. And Errol Williams dedicated his life to seeing that everybody underneath there became debt-free. And he strived for that. Errol Williams had a dream. He set up his home as an office. And he said to me he wanted to have an office only to do network marketing. But I tell you, he had one bias inside for God people, for pastors, for churches. He had a little bias there. For churches, God's people. And Errol Williams demonstrated what the principle of giving. There are many times when things did not work up in network marketing. And Errol Williams said, you see all those names I have here? I know that there is going to be a great wealth transfer. And the right opportunity will come. I will pay forward for everybody who lost any money in previous network marketing. That was the man Errol Williams was. He said, I will pay forward for them so that they will get back all that they've lost. I don't know if anybody else know of what I'm talking about. Some books he had, notebooks. I went in his house. I ate in his house. Errol Williams, you talk about a person who dedicated his life for people. Nights, for the morning, Errol Williams not sleeping, writing up books and studying the program for people because he was a true mentor. He had people at heart. Errol Williams stopped working to do network marketing only to help people. Errol Williams gave his life to the service of people. I know, I was there up to the time of his death. I thought, well, I wasn't hearing from Errol about a week or 2. When I went to discover that Errol Williams, about a week after, would die. That hurt me, and it will hurt all. I spoke to many people. I sent the messages to people, and they couldn't. It was disbelief of a man who was so dedicated to serving others, to serving people, so that they would be debt-free. Errol Williams had a dream. And I tell you, Patrick, I came to know about Patrick through Errol Williams. And from the time Errol Williams introduced me to Patrick, well, Patrick says, well, I have a kind of affinity to him because I resemble his father. But we never lose touch. But it was Errol Williams who was the man who influenced Patrick in his philosophy about giving. Errol Williams. He's not here today, but I'm here to express this sentiment to you and to let you know that it was a dream. You know, dreams are like the seedlings of reality. Dreams is like the seedlings of reality. Errol had a dream that all God's people should be debt-free to do the work that God has for them. And what God has inspired Patrick to do is the fulfillment of a dream of Errol, who himself influenced Patrick about what it means to sacrifice, what it means to dedicate, what it means to be faithful, what it means to be a passionate mentor to people towards freedom, which is part of the motto and so forth of this organization. Education, freedom, giving. And that is what Errol Williams represented. I am so sorry, but I'm still happy that I could talk on behalf of Errol, because he was my mentor. He was the one who, as I said, caused me to be always trying to do something with network marketing. Else I would have given up already. But Errol. And today, whatever this organization is about to do, and it's doing, the practical biblical principle of giving, Errol was the one to me who influenced Patrick, if I may say so myself. I know. And so it gives me great privilege, it gives me great honor to have to say on behalf of Errol, your vision, your dream is being fulfilled. And for all those who Errol had in his lifetime, who has helped and mentored, men like Mervyn George, in Tobago, blazing the trails. Errol Williams in Tobago, Errol Williams, and there are so many of us here who could talk about Errol Williams. Errol Williams wanted to have us free, debt-free. And this is what this organization will prove to all of us. The principle of giving. If you give, you will always have. Give out of your need and you will get. You will have more. This is not logic, This is God's law. And so, as this group of people here will be able to give to the community and this world the principle of giving. I'm not going to talk about it. I wasn't called to talk about that here. Patrick, they might do that. But Errol Williams is worth the one who this organization to be acknowledged as one who was able to steer the minds of Patrick to have such an organization like this. I feel that Errol Williams should be and is appropriately honored this evening.
Thank you very much, Pastor. I know I might get buff later, but I wanted to introduce somebody who was I don't know if they know that, but they was truly influential in me doing proper business. Didn't understand the layers or the things that come with it. And in doing so, teach me so much about integrity, so much about being forthright and honest and doing the correct thing. I know I have this entire thing to read here, but I wanted to tell you from my heart. This man changed my life, hands down. And instead of me reading, because I telling you, this man is do a lot. He does get time to sleep. So Dr. Sterling Belgrove is considered to be a global citizen and well-respected business consultant. He has been the co-founder and executive chairman of the Rose Foundation, a not-for-profit human development organization, over 30 years. Dr. Belgrove is a Christian minister of religion and a visionary, having experienced the apparitions of Our Lady of Roses in 1991. He's a specialist practitioner in industrial relations, governance, strategic operations, and business development. Dr. Belgrove is a member of the Lunar Federation and a citizen of Asgardia, the first space nation. He has held the chair of the United Nations Development Program, UNDP, Global Environment Facility, Small Grants Program, was a member of the Inter-American Development Bank Council of Civil Society and consultant with the World Bank. Dr. Belgrove can be described as a futurist with laser focus on sustainable development. Dr. Belgrove has been a lecturer and dissertation supervisor for the Master of Business Administration program of the Anglia Ruskin University, United Kingdom, and is a life member of the International Association of Business Leaders. He was recently appointed as the international partner with the World Business Angel Investment Forum and affiliate partner of the G20 Global Partnership for Financial Inclusion. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in warmly welcoming Dr. Sterling Belgrove.
Thank you very much, Nwanza, Mr. Master of Ceremonies. To the Board of Directors of Virtaverse, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. That doesn't sound like I'm in Trinidad, it sounds like I'm somewhere else. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Right, I think you all probably have been sitting too long. It's kind of warm in this room, right? Are you warm or are you not warm? Warm. Okay. So, having listened to that introduction, I'm not sure what I'm doing up here. Yes, I was wondering for a moment, who is he speaking about, you know? But suffice it to say that we are here this evening at a very defining moment, responding to the call of time. We are here not because we accepted an invitation to be here. We are here because we were called by the divine, who is the beginning and the end of that one verse. Now, it's interesting to observe in the name Verterverse that it starts with verse and it ends with verse. The beginning and the end, as it was in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. So it really speaks about a cosmic principle of continuity, no beginning, no end. So that in the very name, it draws on that principle of eternity, of an eternal cycle, spiraling through the changing scenes of life. So when Virtaverse was introduced to me, I listened very carefully. And then I listened to the members of the board of directors in a discussion a couple of days ago. And I said, really, indeed, the call of time is responding to the call of the voice of God. And as we heard the tribute to Captain Willow, we heard the chart and the charge, and that it is actually a baton passing. So he ran his leg of the race, and he passed the baton on, that they may continue in this form and this way. But as I listened, some very profound nuggets of wisdom was revealed. So when I heard the principle and the philosophy behind this strategy, behind this benevolence, behind this endowment, is based on the law of reciprocity. It is an immutable law, indeed founding upon what we call biblical principles, but biblical principles is really about the cosmic reality and the reality of existence. So as you sow, so shall you reap. That is the law of reciprocity. Do unto others as you have others do unto you. That is the formula for wealth. And then as we listen more carefully, the primary value is about giving. And where do we have examples of giving that speaks to the prosperity and the productivity and the guarantee that this endowment will go on from strength to strength and become greater? And it will be the opposite, the antithesis to the pandemic, because the pandemic creates harm and hurt and agony and sorrow. But this will bring joy and happiness and an opportunity for people to fulfill their purpose on the planet. So we all exist on a planet. And this planet has an environment. This environment was created by the Creator himself. So he created the land, the seas, the vegetation, the animals. And then last of all, he created the baby. And the baby was us human beings. We were the last of creation. Not so? Are you aware of that? And then he gave us a responsibility. He put us in a garden. He said, dress and keep the garden. Be fruitful, multiply, and replenish the earth. Now, to be fruitful, to multiply and replenish, he was not speaking about biological creation. He was speaking about, as you harvest, replant, sow, so that you can replenish. And in replenishing, you shall multiply. But when we pay attention deeper, we recognize that the environment can survive without us. So that humans and animals are dependent upon the environment, but the environment is not dependent upon us. So what does that mean? Let us look at the plants. The plants produce fruits and vegetables for us. Humans and animals eat the fruit and vegetables of the plants. So without the productivity of the plants, we cannot survive. But the plants are also very productive. So through its leaves, it captures the light of the sun, and through the process of photosynthesis, it converts it. The roots absorb the moisture and minerals from the earth, and in the refinery of the trunk, it produces food for its own survival and sustenance on a daily basis. And then the plant says, you know what? There may be a time of lean, a time of famine, a time when global logistics may not provide the sun that is necessary or the water and the minerals that I can produce extra food. So the plants go into excess production. And that excess production is the fruits and vegetables that we harvest for our survival. So what happens if tomorrow morning the plants get up and they have, in a true Trini style, they develop a bad mind? And they say, see, me, I only producing what I need for me today. I am producing nothing extra. What do you think will happen with us? Somebody tell me, come on, tell me, what will happen with us? We will not survive. Because we depend upon the giving nature of the plants for our survival. The animals depend upon the given nature of the plants for their survival. And we consume plants and animals. So our life support system is really driven by the philosophy of giving, the giving nature of the environment. But is the environment poor? What do you think? The environment recreates, it reproduces, it is fruitful, it multiplies, and it replenishes. The environment was here before we were created, and it will be here after we have left this planet. Not so? So I share this to say that the principle of giving is not an alien concept. It is not something that we need to ponder to say, well, where does this left field idea come from? It came from God to remind us that it's in giving that we shall receive. So what has the world done? Almost all the problems in the world today is based on the principle of not giving that we call capitalism. And capitalism is about extracting from as many persons as possible, as much as possible, for as little as possible. The wealth creation of capitalism is about taking away from you your multiplication, and I locking it up in my vault. Are you hearing me? So this is an opportunity to build circles of wealth, circles of influence, circles of caring, because to give we must care. We are our brother's keepers. And before I formally declare our endorsement of this opportunity, I want to say this. Our society of Trinidad and Tobago is supposed to be a middle-order society in 2022, trending towards a higher-order society. So in 2005, our late Prime Minister Patrick Manning would have launched Vision 2020, developed nation status by 2020. We haven't achieved it yet. And what we are seeing manifesting in our society is a hunter-gatherer persona, where significant percentages of our populations have regressed on the chain of human evolution. And the language speaks to it. So in the morning you hear, eat our food. We have to go look for it. That is hunter-gatherer. And that is because a significant percentage of our population believes or have experienced exclusion from the corridors of development. We have not all developed at the same pace. And while some are going forward, we have not stretched backwards and held the hands of those that we need to pull up behind us. So that when we receive, if we do not give, we are creating some parasites and some pests who need to survive. Because man's most basic instinct is to survive. And then the trigger will be survival of the fittest. So the predator will emerge, the hunter will emerge, the gatherer will emerge. The solution to crime is not the laws that we are passing. It's not all the weapons that we're empowering the military and the constabulary with. It is that human care and our obligation to our brothers and sisters to give. So the philosophy of the Rose Foundation, Rose is an acronym, the realization of selfless expression. Roses, the realization of service expressed selflessly. Put it in simple language, it means service to others before self. So you must give. And therefore the philosophy that is driving the Virtaverse is about that selfless service. And the champion leader of selfless service was Jesus Christ himself. He gave his life, shed his blood, that all of humanity will be set free. Set free from what? We were kidnapped. Give me 2 more minutes. We were kidnapped. We were held captive. And the kidnapper said to him, if you want these captives, these kidnappees to be set free, you have to pay your ransom with your life, your blood and your life. And he willingly gave his life for us to be set free. So what more you need to know? What more do you need to understand? What therefore must be the condition of your daily life? To give. Because if he did not give his life, we wouldn't be here today. We would not sometimes speak about, look at how paradise changed and we live in paradise, right? Because we would have been chained and imprisoned in hell. Not so? Let us keep it real. He went down, he took the keys away, he opened the gate, and he set captivity free. Now, mind you, he didn't just walk in hell and walk back out, but that's another story, right? So I want to really advocate and articulate that at the Rose Foundation, and we have 3 members of the board of directors here, Mrs. Marcia Belgrove, co-founder and director, and Mr. Anissa Olivier standing with the camera, and one of our members of our team, Ms. Matura. The Rose Foundation has been very instrumental in the development paradigm, not only of Trinidad and Tobago. So 2 programs you can identify with that came from the Rose Foundation. CPEP, NETCO, UTT, GATE, the Waterfront Development Project, that is with Hyatt and Tower C and all of that, right? And if I tell you more, right, they're national security secrets, they wouldn't be able to go home, so I won't say anymore. Right? But just to give you enough to identify with. So we have been at the very crucible of development. So while representing the foundation, I'm also representing a program called the Beyond Borders program. And this program specifically works in vulnerable communities. And what do I mean by that? Laventil, Beetham, Bangladesh, right? And a number of other communities. So we go into what people consider to be the lowest of the lowest, the hell in paradise, and work with our brothers and sisters to lift them out of the morass of poverty and under the development so that they can experience a better quality of life. Because when a man is hungry, he's going to look for it by whatever means necessary. And I can tell you this afternoon that thousands of our brothers and sisters have found a better quality of life because of the giving of others, of people who do not even know them, who don't know them. People from other countries gave support that we may do the work to help those amongst us come out of the cycle of poverty. So, having said that, I want to formally declare from the Rose Foundation and from all the representations and places we operate that we publicly and formally endorse this program of the Virtaverse and recommend it to you. And I also want to charge you that whether they formally appoint you an ambassador or not, the fact that you are here this evening, you have no choice but to become an advocate and an ambassador for this initiative and opportunity to change the lives of our brothers and sisters. So this being said, to the chairman of the board, chief financial officer, all directors, I want to wish you a very productive cabinet, a beneficial stewardship, and as you steer your ship to navigate the waters of life, may you sail the 7 seas and eventually sail upon the waves of the air. Bon voyage, every success and prosperity, and I thank you all very much for your patience and your listening ears.
Wars, disease, and poverty prevalent today, we have begun to lose all hope as a planet. We see children suffering, high fuel and food prices. Bad news comes daily. The question we ask is, what do we do? This is where we stand up, where we come together to do what we can to bring this world to how it should be. So, what can we do? We know with all your bills, with things not going right in your life, what can you do? How can you save the world if you can't even save yourself? This is where we can help you. We bring you all together with a plan, with a message equipping you to go beyond your own limitations. With these new assets at your command, we will be your guardian, your support. We will lead you to your destiny. And with each other as our support, we can go nowhere else but up. And in so doing, raise a lot of people up with you. As we go forward together, the perils will be faced as a team. The problems will have many hands to solve them. We bring out the leader in you. What perils, you may ask? Well, the perils of worry and fear, the self-doubt and the rejections you may face. But even in your doubts, we are there with you. We prepare you to face this world with your fellow students, supporting you from around the world and the freedom to make the right choices. In tough times, you may want to turn from this journey you have embarked on. You may at points feel as if this is too much. This is where your inner hero will rise. This is where your training will prove your mettle. One final test is required for the purification and rebirth of the hero. Alternatively, it may be a miraculous transformation. You are the hero of your own story. You are responsible for your life. You are the most important part to change the way that this life is going. You are the miracle. Now you're ready to go out and change every person's life one at a time. And in what universe can these things happen? Not only in this universe, but also in the Verterverse.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. We have people from all over the world listening today. Hello, world. Hello, ambassadors. Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here this afternoon. You're probably wondering who this guy is. Anyone knows me? Can you raise your hand? Anyone knows of me? Could you raise your hand? Thank you. I have lots of friends in here today. My name is Patrick Couchman, and I'm from Canada, born in Guyana, but a Canadian citizen, and I never relinquished my Guyanese citizenship, so I am still a Guyanese and an adopted Trini. How about that? Now, I want to thank everyone today for their participation, whatever they did, whatever they said, especially Pastor Richmond what he said about Captain Willow. Did you guys really understand what he said about Captain Willow? Does anyone know Captain Willow really? Most people here probably don't know Captain Willow. But Captain Willow was a man of dignity. Because of Captain Willow is why the charity section of Verterverse was established. In honor of Captain Willow. Let me hear a hand for him. Now, I really want to talk to you from my heart. But before I do that, you're probably wondering, what is Verterverse? Isn't that true? What is Verterverse? You have no clue what Verterverse is. Some people think Verterverse is another multi-level marketing company. We have folks fighting each other hand over fist for position in Verterverse because of money. Guys, let's just relax. Verterverse will take us to where we want to go if we only accept in our hearts that money comes because of an action. We can do things for money. We can steal, we can beg, we can work, what else can you do for money? Anybody, what else can you do for money? Kill for money. What else can you do for money? Gamble. What's that? Deceive. You have so many things you can do for money. Money, and what is the love of money? The root of all evil. Now, when this system came about, and I was given a vision to take to the people, it was a commission given to me that I give away, and I had to take it back because it was given to me not to give away the system, but to take it and to give out of it. It's a difference. Instead of giving it away, I can give out of it. The system that we have, the vision that I have, is not to ask for anything, but to give everything. Have you ever heard of such a system before? Some people heard of it before, I know. Where you don't ask for anything, but you give everything. How can I give what I don't have? Isn't that a mystery? That is the power of giving. It's to give what you don't have. So a speech was prepared for me. I wanted to talk, but the speech is very, very eloquent. And I want to read this speech because it explains what Verterverse really is. I can ramble on here for the rest of the afternoon, and you might be confused, or you might be happy. But I don't want to take that gamble of confusing you. If there's a 50-50 chance, would it mean that some people will be confused? Good. Let's see if we can clear that up. Esteemed greetings, ladies and gentlemen, dignitaries, ambassadors, distinguished guests, and members of this global platform. My name is Patrick Couchman. I am the CEO and visionary of this global academy. It's good to say I am sometimes, right? But I am not the great I am. But it's good to say sometimes I am. Thank you for your attendance this afternoon. Today, I would like to take some time to enlighten you all on what this organization is about and why we created this platform. This organization was designed for the basis of youth development, youth empowerment, and self-improvement through the platform of education. It was designed not only for touching lives, but for transforming lives. We can touch lives without transforming them, is that true? But let's touch them and transform them. It was designed for giving back and to uplift students It was designed for giving back and to uplift students and also the general public by having them equipped with the necessary tools, resources, and knowledge that they didn't have access to before. It was designed to bring hope and to enhance their lives tremendously. Our universal motto, which we live by in this organization and commit ourselves to, is called, anybody, what's it called? The power of giving. Remember that. Oh, it was here before, it's gone. The power of giving. Ladies and gentlemen, we have in our academy over 3,000 courses, and they are free, and also paid courses which students can access. Our vast library comprises of academic, vocational, technical, lifestyle courses, business programs, and full accredited degrees from bachelor's degree to doctorate degrees via world-renowned institutions, colleges, and the universities from the likes of, anyone heard of this one? Harvard Business School, MIT, Duke, Georgetown University, University of London, University of Liverpool, Oxford University, just to name a few. There are dozens more within our network that students can access as a member of the academy. As of today, we are being represented in over 60 countries globally with a strong foothold in the Caribbean region. Are you in the Caribbean? Are you not happy? Come on, guys. We have people from all over the world listening. Let's tell them that we are proud of the Caribbean, the Indian continent, the African continent, and North America. We have accomplished this feat primarily through the sharing of this platform amongst our members and by extension through our vast representation of brand ambassadors and regional ambassadors. We want to be recognized globally as the largest charitable organization on the planet. Is that too much to ask? Can everybody give if I give you to give? Listen carefully. Can everybody give if I give you to give? Can you give if I don't give you to give? That's right. Some people said no, but I don't know about that one. Okay. We would also be implementing a global university scholarship program in every region of the world. The difference between our charitable activities compared to other organizations is that we would be teaching people how to stay relevant in today's world, how to create solutions in their professional and personal lives, but most importantly, how to sustain themselves. Listen to this old adage. If you give a man a fish, he would go hungry the next day, unless it's a big fish and it can last for a couple of days. But you know that what I'm saying, he will go hungry eventually. But if you teach a man how to fish, he would never grow hungry again. This quote from ancient times is still applicable today. Is that true? Great. Our organization is like a laser light. We are precise in our actions of charity, precise in achieving our global objectives in every single country on the planet, in every region, by making this global academy accessible to everyone. Everyone means that Mr. Virgil is excluded? No, not at all. Everyone means everyone. It's very clear and precise. We are here to illuminate in every way possible, in every dark corner, in every underprivileged community, state, region, country that would not have access to this global academy, but now they do. We are here to transport this platform to every household. We are here to repair and mend bonds and relationships by bringing hope, access, and opportunities. We are here to cut through lack, stagnancy, and ignorance, and to bring clarity to your personal lives on all levels. This is the power of giving in action. This is what we do. We have no registration fee. Did you hear me clearly? We have no registration fee. We don't have any membership fee. We don't have any administrative fees. It is totally free to register and become a member of this global academy. Something happened a few days ago. I'm not sure if it was yesterday, but time flying so fast. I'm doing so much work to make sure that things happen for people. I'm working around the clock, having sleepless nights. 1 hour, work for 2 hours, sleep another hour, 5 o'clock in the morning, up again, working again. For who? For you. For everyone else. For people around the world. For all my friends, all my ambassadors. Especially one ambassador by the name of Linda Helene from Dominican Republic. She's originally from New York, but she's living in the Dominican Republic. And Linda is working tirelessly, and she is personally responsible for hundreds of thousands of students who are waiting right now, knocking at the door for their registration. Let's give Linda a round of applause, please. I can call names all night, but I don't want to leave anyone out. So if I don't call any more names, that means I have included all the ambassadors out there who are helping the message to go out to the world about Verterverse Academy. Now, what is our mission? Our mission is to utilize the Academy to improve the lives of people through ebooks, videos, live classrooms, and on-demand courses. What about our vision? To be charitable while empowering the oppressed and disadvantaged in the world. We are here and we are ready to make a difference on this global stage as we establish this academy as a lifestyle name and brand. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Verterverse. Now, I have to be nice this afternoon. I want to be nice as always. If someone gives you a hard time, would you just leave them alone? I hope not, but it's not the general thing that we do. We just discard them, throw them aside. They're no good. We don't want to talk to them. I am not a preacher, but who did Jesus come to save? The lost and the... Huh? The downtrodden. That's who he come to save. He didn't come to save the righteous. But because of that, we learn a lot. In our academy, we want to help the guy who is over the hills with everything in his life, and we want to help the person who has nothing at all in their life, and we will accomplish it. Not might, we will accomplish it. When we have endorsements like Dr. Belgrove and his beautiful wife and family, and the Rose Foundation, that means a lot to me and to the Academy and to the world. Why? Because when I listen to what the Rose Foundation is all about, it's as though the Rose Foundation, the script for that with the Habitat for, what's it called? Habitat for Humanity that has no borders, that is what Verterverse is all about. And when we look at the concept and the principles of Verterverse, it's what the Rose Foundation is standing for. Do you feel that there are other organizations in the world who wants to reach out and help people around the world? Do you have any more? Do you think we can tie hands together? I want you to pay close attention to what I'm looking at here. Imagine for a moment, this is someone standing here, that's the head. They're uplifting their hands in the air. Another person standing here, their hands here. Another person standing here, hands here, all around the globe. How powerful is that if we uplift each other instead of stomping on each other? Can we come together and do that? Can we help each other? Now, who here was involved in network marketing, what do you call MLM? Don't be afraid to raise your hand, right? Because I am the chief bottle cook. I was the president and everything in that because I believed in it. I know, I'm not saying it is the worst thing or something is wrong with it. What I'm saying is that over the years, you can attest to that because I can empathize with you. That's where I was. And I said, Lord, I'm tired and fed up. I've been on many stages like this, speaking to people about someone else's program that is the best thing since the sliced bread came out. And guess what? A couple months later, it's gone. I come back with another one. And I come back with another one. Then some folks told me a couple of days ago, Patrick, why are you back in Trinidad? So many people hate you. They're going to crush you. They're going to do this to you. They're going to do that to you. I said, the Lord sent me with a mission for the Trinidadians. He sent me with a mission for everybody around the world. But you know why I came here? Because he sent the person, Mr. Wanza, could you please come up here? Mr. Jobati, could you please come up here? Could you get Mr. Blaze on the line, please? Thank you. And I need some water. If somebody can bring me some water, please. That's an empty bottle. Yes. Let's give a hand to our operations manager. He's not a chief. He's not an Indian. So he's our operations manager. If we only have one operations manager, can we have a chief of the operations? He is the operation. And then we have our financial manager, right here, Mr. Michael Jobati. And we are trying to get Mr. Blaze on the line for a few minutes. But what happened? When I was given this commission back in March, it was this gentleman here, when I give it away, that came back with me. So the system started out by giving to get to give. Hello, Mr. Blaze. Wave your hand. Just wave your hand. He's probably not hearing us. There we go. He heard us. He's live. Okay? Very good friend. We have conversations every day. Every day we talk. Why do we talk every day? Because we have to have the same story all the time. We have to share things. And we can actually finish each other's statements. And that's very rare for people from Trinidad, Canada, Nigeria, and my son from Guyana also, who's a part of this, but he's not here, neither on the video. His name is Rion Miller, and he will be one of our legal representations. He is a lawyer, just graduated from Hugh Wooding College University here in Trinidad, with 5 A's and 2 B's in his final exam. Is that good? And also, with the support of my wife back in Toronto, her name is Donna, and she's looking, hi Donna, love you. Okay, So she's there supporting us. Now, this gentleman here, Mr. Wanzer, is out of Trinidad. When we wanted to register the company, because when I got the vision, it was just a vision. When I acquired him to see what is happening, and then we have to find out we didn't have no money, but God is providing everything at the right time. When we came over here, he provided the Rose Foundation for endorsement, and also they will take care of all of our legal representations. Now, it happened that Mr. Wanzer is a Trinidadian. It was registered in Trinidad. Everything happened here. So where would we keep the company? Where would we head office the company? Where would we head office the company? At the moment, we have a virtual office in Trinidad, but very, very soon, Mr. Blaze has had his logo hat on and everything, yes. Yeah. So very soon, we'll be having physical buildings in Trinidad. Then we'll have physical buildings around the world for the academy. I want you to get something wrong or right. I'm not sure which one it is. We are actually not an accredited academy. We represent an entity that guides you to all the academy, all the schools and courses that they have online. Who here would like to learn something new every day? Okay, everyone. Okay, thank you, gentlemen. Let's give them a hand. My partners. Yeah. You can leave Mr. Blaze on for a little while. Give him another 5 minutes. He's my buddy. He's far away and he's feeling lonely. Okay? He was supposed to be here with us today, but what happened is that passport issue, you know, delay and so forth, and he did not get his passport in time. But we love him still. So we guide you to the institutions. So please don't tell people that Verterverse is an accredited school where you can go and have your doctorate degree. I'm hearing that all over the place. I can go to Verterverse and I can go and get a bachelor's degree, but you haven't qualified for, what do you call it, secondary school as yet. So even if you use our platform and you want to go to York University and you want to pursue a degree in engineering, mustn't you qualify for that first? Not because you're my friend, I'm going to put you in the class. It's not my school. But I put together a conduit for you to get to that school. You can find it online if you know how to look for it, but why would you go through that? So I want to tell you something. Because of the network marketing world, which I'm thankful for, because we have to have a basis for where we are today. How did we get from there to here? It has to be something. How do you have a testimony? You must have a test. There must be something wrong, right? For you to have a testimony. No one can have a testimony if there was no test. So now that we had so much problems in the network marketing world, when I got this vision, we realized that there are too many hoops to jump through. There are too many qualifications to go by. And what happens at that point? The people are frustrated, but the owners of the companies are getting fatter and fatter. So if you have a company that the few people in the company are making $1 million, $500,000 every month, where's that money coming from? It's coming from the people within the organizations, because with the systems like that, it doesn't come from outside, it comes from within. So that is why 98% of the people are providing the funding for the 1 to 2% that are really making it. Is that the formula for success? Or why people saying it's a successful industry when after 70 years, the formula remains the same? 98% failure, 2% success. So how can we logically say that it is a good system? You know why we say that? I can think for you that we are hoping that we are a part of that 2%. Isn't that true? We want to believe it. But guess what? We do have folks who are a part of that too. Don't get me wrong, because it is there for them. And then I have spoke to a young lady the other day, and she said, oh, because people are not, they're not disciplined, and they're not this, and they're not that. You can go through that every day. It's just semantics. It's just playing with people's mindset. What happens at that moment? They make this crazy thing. Some will, some won't. So what? Next. Have you heard of that before? So if we have that kind of attitude, are we really caring about the people? No, we care about our pockets, which sometimes selfishness is good, but how you use it is the bad part. Now, another thing they say, quit your job, fire the boss, right? Become your own person, have your own business. Is that a bad thing? No, it's not a bad thing, but it's bad when you speak about firing the boss and quitting the job because of that. If you want to leave your job and you're doing well, you go to the boss and say, boss, I have elevated myself in a new business that is paying me 10 times as much as you are paying me, so I'm creating an opening for someone else to have a job in your institution. Wouldn't that be better? Because of you moving on, you have created an opportunity for someone else. But if you just walk out without saying that, you took everything with you. Now, this academy has 7 paid courses, from $50 all the way to $5,000. Those courses are, when you pay the tuition for those courses, the academy gives it back to the students. They don't keep a dime of it. So you're probably asking, well, how do you make money for the charity you're claiming to be doing and you want to do? Isn't that what you want to know? If I'm giving back, I have no admin fee, no membership fee, no sign-up fee, and I'm not keeping any of the tuition that comes in, how is the academy doing charity work? Do you know? Can anybody guess? So, let me just, I'm going to close off now in a few sentences. We have a core value in our academy. First and foremost, it's education. That's our core value. Education. Can someone tell me what really they think education is? Anyone? Not you. You raised your hand too many times. He's a bright kid. Anyone else? What do you think education is? Don't be afraid. Remember, it's your thoughts. It's your thoughts. No one wants to tell me what's education? You. Let's give him a hand. A young man is telling us that education is something that you learn. I'm going to make it a little deeper than that. Today, you didn't know anything about Verterverse and what they do, and now they're going to help people around the world. So that is education on Verterverse. Is that correct? Or education about Verterverse. So what you didn't know yesterday and you learned today, it is called education. So our courses range from learning how to set the knives properly on the table when you're having dinner, the 7-course meal and the 5-course meal and whatever you're having, how to boil an egg properly at what time. Mr. David Coos can teach me that. He taught me how to set a boiled egg to have it perfect in 12 minutes. Yes, Mr. David? That is correct. That was education for me. How to clip your toenail without getting ingrown toenails. Would you like to know how to do that? If someone can teach you to do that, wouldn't you stop walking like this and start walking like this? Would that be good for you? Or would you prefer to be like this? What happened to you? Oh, I cut the toenail too short. Now it's painful. How would you like to learn how to cook in Japanese style? How would you like to improve yourself with the engineering you had that you couldn't complete in the university? And if you come to the platform and you want to do a course that you have, you cannot find it in a directory, you just tell us with a little note from the place, Mr. Wanza will definitely source it for you, and in a short period of time, you will have a course to take. Is that good? Let's give Mr. Wanza a hand. Our second core value is charity. What really is charity? Can anyone tell me what they think charity is? Because I have my definition for charity. Given to those in need, a charitable situation. What do you think that charity is just giving money? What about giving a hug? What about giving a good word? What about a smile? Lightening up somebody's day. Brightening up somebody's day. Is that all form of charity? No, but we always think that charity is just giving something to somebody who is in need. Somebody looking depressed is in need of a good word. Even an intercessory prayer is a form of charity. Did you know that? That's right. Have you ever prayed for someone and then you see them lighten up and you wonder what just happened? Yes. Try it sometimes. Pray for each other. Pray for me, because I have a lot of responsibility now. All right? And the third, we have 7 core values. The third core value is freedom. We have folks that are teaching the third core value as financial freedom. Please stop that. Please stop that. Freedom. If you choose financial freedom as your freedom, then that's your freedom. If you choose another kind of freedom, maybe you're being abused in the family, you know, abusive situation, the husband and wife fighting or the boyfriend and girlfriend fighting. What do you want from that? Freedom. You are an alcoholic and you want what from it? Freedom. Why would you want freedom from alcoholism? Because you are, it is not good. I don't know how to put it. Or anything that is not good in your life, you want freedom from. That is freedom in our system. Right? But please do not promote my third core value as financial freedom, because we're not a financial institution. What are we? We're an academy. We are Verterverse Company Limited that gives and gives and gives and gives. Now, in closing, I will show you how you can actually earn in the academy. You want to hear that? This is a very simple formula I'm going to give you. I would like you to introduce as many students to the academy, bar none. Doesn't matter what the age they're at. Okay? Introduce them to the academy. Why you introduce them to the academy? So that they can learn something. They can change their lives. Everybody wants to learn something at some time. And if you don't have any use for it, why not just look it over and introduce it to someone else? We have a way and a system to help every student to study financial literacy and financial management. So once you've taken any course that you have, and you look at the other side and said, wait a minute, they have a financial course, but I have no finances. Why am I studying financial management and I have no finance to manage? Okay, we have another course over here to show you how you can acquire some finances through the college, through the academy. What does that mean? We have a formula in place that we give back all the tuitions. Only the ones who take the 7 paid courses are allowed to receive funding. No, not true. If you are a free student in the academy and you introduce someone else who takes some paid courses with us, they now will earn. Because you introduce them, we will also pay you for introducing them to us. How does that sound? Why do we do that? Because we want to help everyone without any burdens on their shoulders. and we are actually paying you to learn. How like that? Who would like to be paid to learn? And what are you going to learn? Okay, so if you send me 1,000 students, the formula goes like this. For every student that earns $1, we pay you $1. If a student earns $1,000, how much are we going to pay you? So how many students are you going to send me now? Only? That's it? As much as possible. Why? Because you don't have to teach them anything. You're not the professor. The academy does that for you. They will enlighten your students about what to do, and as soon as that student takes the paid courses and they start getting paid, you are also receiving some income. So now you are learning and you are earning. But do we tell anyone about earning before they start to learn? No. But if the system allows that to happen, and we want you to understand one thing, please do not promote my academy utilizing money. Why? Because it's just another game in the world for everybody else. It's a pyramid game, it's a flower, it's a this, it's a that, you call it what you may. Now, I am saying to you today, ladies and gentlemen, and people around the world, I am saying that we do not have a product, nor do we have a service. Does that sound confusing to you? Because in the network marketing world, the first thing they ask you, what's your product? It must be viable, it must be legit, it must be registered, it must be this, that, and everything else. Or you have a service. But we don't have either of those. We have education. Is education a product? Can anyone tell me, is education a product? It is not a product. Because if you're learning something, it's called education, where's the product in that? So we have a system and a movement to help people to educate themselves and at the same time show them how they can earn some income and change their lives forever. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you so much for being here today. I want to thank you for being at the helm of Verterverse, the beginning of a new movement that will encompass the world. I want you to understand that the vision came to me, but I'm now giving it to everyone. So who is Verterverse? We are Verterverse. Let's hear it. We are Verterverse. We are Verterverse. Why am I saying that? I want you to feel Verterverse as your project, because we know that we cannot hurt you. I have a challenge for anybody in the world. If you can find anything on this platform that can actually hurt someone, please send a message to admin and we will make sure it's not in our system. Is that fair? Can anyone see anything that we do that can hurt someone? So I want you to embrace this. I want you to go there and shout it out to the top of the hills and tell everyone, come and change your life. When you approach anyone at all in the world about Verterverse, only one thing you mention is about what? Education. Change your life. Come and register. I have a link for you. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, the links will be going out after the call. Everybody who are waiting around the world will be getting your live links. Let me see the ambassadors in this room, please. Can you stand up? All ambassadors in the room, could you stand up? Let's give them a hand. Okay, you can have a seat. What are ambassadors? Ambassadors are people who represent us in their community. Every ambassador is given what do you call it there? A responsibility to help with charitable systems in their community. That is all an ambassador means, and they must represent us with truth and honesty, right, Mr. Neptune? And if we find any ambassador who is deceptive and using our platform just to make money, we will have some serious words with Mr. Wanzer, right? Oh, Mr. Kwasi. They will have some serious words with Mr. Kwasi behind there. He's our chief e-commerce officer for the, oh, you probably want to know, why are you talking about school in e-commerce? Because why? Every student in the world must buy what? Clothing? Food? Motions, lotions, potions, everything? Where do they buy them from? eBay? Amazon? Why not buy it from yourself, the identical product? Would you like to buy it from yourself at a less price? I'm not going to get into that now. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you to Verterverse. Again, my name is Patrick Couchman. I'm out of Toronto, Canada, and I would like to thank you very much for being here this evening.
Okay. Now, thank you everybody for indulging us, for taking time out of your day to celebrate the official launch of our company. It have one thing I want to do before I say goodnight. I would like everybody to assist me in telling my wife, Natimba, happy birthday. And I can't sing at all, so if somebody can sing, or all of we sing, everybody let we sing, happy birthday. 2, 3. And with that, we say good night. It has some stuff to eat in the back. Try to beat me to the line. Good evening. Everybody, as long as they're related to me, I want everybody to come by the stage, including you. Yes, Nyla, don't walk out as seeing you going. Everybody who related to me. Kwasi, Joe, will you come? And I would like to thank everybody for being on the live. It was really great having you here and hoping to speak to everybody again in the future. Thank you.